What is going on, Gaming with Dallas? We are here with another video. This one was suggested quite a few times actually on Twitch and also in the comment section of a few videos ago. A lot of you guys want to know my settings and also want a few tips. So what we're going to do this video is I'm going to go over my settings. I'm going to show you guys what I do in gameplay and what I'm thinking about, and then we're going to play an event game so I could try to replicate it online and show you what you should do and how you can use it online. So firstly, we'll go over my settings. Now, a lot of people could probably consider me kind of an unconventional player. I use things that a lot of players don't use, but it works for me and it might work for you if you want to go this route. But if you want to go the conventional route, you can do that too. So a lot of people use analog or pinpoint right now. I can't use pinpoint. I don't even know how to do it, so I'm not gonna show you how to do something I don't know how to do. Analog just doesn't work for me. I don't like the way it feels. Meter just makes me feel the best. I like meter. It's fairly easy, and I have fairly good luck with it. So meter, and I don't really touch everything else in terms of what the ball does. You know, pitch fades, pitch confidence. Usually keep all these things on. The big thing for me is my pitching view. I use pitcher center. And the only downside of pitcher center for me is that I don't play with sound on the game, so I can't tell when a person's on second and they're stealing. So in that case, if there's a steal threat at second base, I'll usually switch over to what I bat in, which is MLB The Show 16, and then just show you. It'll let me see who's on second, and I can see when he's stealing, and I can make the play. But for the most part, you will catch me on pitcher center. It just keeps me the most focused, and that's what I like to do. As far as hitting, as far as fielding, you got button accuracy. That's really the only thing I'd suggest. Very easy. Throwing meter on. Yeah, everything else is pretty. Throw canceling. This has been something that I'm still learning how to use. I didn't use it at all last year, and sometimes I have a tendency of kind of spamming this button, and then that'll end up canceling the throw. So it's been, but if you use it properly, you can really bait people into rundowns and stuff like that. So I'm still learning how to use it myself, because I didn't use it at all last year. The one button jumper dive, I really don't have to, I haven't done much diving yet, so I kept this off. One thing that's pretty important, you guys will usually start with the trackball. I don't know what the purpose of that is. It doesn't look good. It's like a long stretched out thing. I don't know the point. I would encourage you drifting to the drifting ball or switching to the drifting ball. It pretty much gives you exactly where the ball is going to be instead of a long range of where the ball may be. So yeah. For ranked, I have defensive shift on auto, although I've been meaning to turn this off for quite a while, so I'm going to do that. Pretty much what that means is when someone who usually has a shift on against them, let's say Curly Bellinger, who predominantly hits the ball to the left, or to the right, excuse me, he'll have a shift towards the right. But a lot of times, at least early in the game, people are using directional hitting, so now they just have to aim to the left, and now they have free hits to the left, or sometimes you might get unfortunate with a late hit and it gets shot out to the left, and that goes for anything. It'll switch to your left, right, middle, center, double play. It'll do all that shifting for you, or bunt defense. So if you turn it off, you will have to do it yourself, but it'll save you kind of in the long run, I think. Because it gets kind of cheesy when the game shifts for you, and you didn't even remember that there was a shift on, and now they have balls just flying all over the place. These don't really matter. I play on Hall of Fame. My hitting view is MLB The Show 16. A lot of people will use strike zone, and this is another one of those preference settings. But I don't like looking just at the plate or just at the ball, and that's what strike zone looks like. I use MLB The Show 16 strictly for presentation and just the way it looks, and then I've just grown. It's certainly not easier to hit the ball. I mean, I can see how it'd be easier to use strike zone because it's really a zoomed in view on the ball. So if that's what you'd like to do, that's what you should do. But for me, 16 just works in terms of content creation. I don't want to make content and literally have y'all looking at the plate the whole time, or me looking at the plate the whole time. That's garbage. Hitting interface, it's very important that you go zone. Everyone uses zone. Yeah, zone is really what makes this game hard and what makes it skill based. I I don't even know how. Yeah, I don't know what the analog does. I think it's like a flick motion, just kind of weird. And then directional, you just kind of aim where you want the ball to go, and it goes there. But it's really inconsistent, and it's really, really bad. So we go with zone, and then there's so many different things you can do with your all these things. These are mine. I kept mine the same because I really don't care. But you can make it into all types of different colors and shapes and stuff like that. So these are all kind of based on your preference, but these are mine if you wanted to copy mine. So now we got my settings out of the way. I'm just gonna do like a basic rundown of how I pitch and hit. I really do like to start with an up and in fastball. Now, this is not something you want to spam. It's not something you want to constantly throw, because it's really easy to see and get, you can really turn on that and hit it for a home run. Like, I've given up a lot of home runs on inside fastballs, but it's really my fault because I'm constantly throwing it. So what I'd like to do is I like to start off most accounts with inside fastballs. If I hit it, sometimes if they hit it, it's a jam shot. Sometimes they miss it. Now, depending on how those first two pitches go, I'll usually either go like a slider away. Sliders away are just really a go-to against lefties. I mean, against righties. A righty-righty matchup, a slider away. Or sometimes I'll even go sinker in. And those sinker in is really a go-to pitch for me. I'm playing CPU. I want you to just keep that in mind. So CPU is going to be cracked. If you take, and that also wasn't a good pitch, and it was perfect timing, but whatever. So you just got to take this with a grain of salt. We're playing CPU. We're going to go try all of this online, and we'll show you kind of how that works. But I wanted to give you a rundown of what pitches I'd like to do. So yeah, for lefties in particular, I try to throw the slider in. Lefties, I really throw two pitches, and it's either slider in or it's fastball away. And it's because it's really, really difficult to get lefties out. But if you can get the slider in, it's almost it's not going to be. It typically isn't going to be hard hit, but sometimes you run into those guys who just have good PCI placements, and there's really nothing you can do. Like I said, fastball inside, if you can hit that pitch, it's almost impossible to hit. But sometimes the fastball can kind of linger closer to the middle, and that's when you have some trouble. So you go, fastball in, and just like that, it's a jam shot. Keep in mind it's CPU, and CPU does what they want. So there's that. Also, I don't know how he didn't catch that. Sinker in, like I said, I like, and it's all depending on your timing. Like, usually my timing's good. I mean, sometimes you're off, but for the most part, if you're generally close, hopefully the ball will go to your location. You go slider away, and it just works out there. So now we'll switch over to the batting side, and I'll show you kind of my process. And once again, I'm just showing you a visual. Right now it's CPU, so just got to deal with it for now until I get to the online game. Like I said, I like to use MLB The Show. So for humans in particular, a lot of people have patterns, right? Even I had a pattern. You saw my pattern: up and in, away. And those as a batter, that's what you want to try to focus on. If you know he's doing something a lot, you want to kind of hone in on that. And then maybe if you have good reaction time, just rely on your reaction time. But if you don't, you want to kind of sit in a general location. So if you know it's going to be a slider away, maybe you sit low and away. Or if you know it's going to be fastball in, you kind of sit in that location, and then it's easy to react based on that. The big thing a lot of new hitters are going to face is PCI dropping. And that's just something that comes time. I did it on purpose. That's what it will look like. It's just, a lot of times you get really antsy and you really want to hit the ball. And so you just you kind of get jumpy. And that's something that it's really kind of a personal thing. You really should maybe try breathing and calming down a little bit, or maybe putting on just something that'll help you calm down. Because once you're playing those 1 hour games, and maybe you're having a tough time hitting, and it's just that type of thing, you start getting jumpy. I can't really show you much because the CPU really it's very, very unpredictable. But you guys can see my thought process at least. I like to kind of look up and away, and then I trust my ability to get low, so I kind of sit higher, and then kind of go low with the pitch. But we're not gonna show you much here. We're just gonna actually go into online, and I'll try to explain more what I'm talking about. So it's only 3 innings, and then I'll try to break down a little bit more of what I'm talking about. So All right, we are in the streets of events, so we can try to break this down as best I can. We got Jose Barrios on the mound, and this is the 42. Like I said, lefties in particular, I hate pitching to them, but there's only two things I trust to do against them, right? And that's, like I said, fastball away, or in this case, we have a slurve, and we'll do a slurve inside. So, a lot of the times it's fairly difficult to hit your fastballs. Sometimes it just depends on your timing of the pitches. And mine, this is one of my first games of the day, so tough hit. Like I said, I hate lefties. Personally, it's way easier to pitch to righties for me, and this guy has a really lefty dominant lineup, so there's that. But you're gonna give up some hits. The PCI was the size of the plate, and the guy has a decent PCI placement. It's gonna be fine. But now this is a pitch you got to be careful with, because if you mistime it, it's almost a guaranteed home run. But if you time it properly, it was almost a double play. So we got two slurs in. He dropped his PCI low. You try to go high, get him a different look, and you got another pop fly there. Oh wait, I don't know why you just went first. Please get him out a second. Yeah, okay. And hopefully rely on some user mistakes, and then boom, you're out of the inning. Sure, he got a base hit, but the one thing I really encourage is patience. Like, you really, really want to be patient. Is Cal Funkhauser on the mound? I don't know what Cal Funkhauser looks like, so you want to take a few pitches to see what he does. That was a sinker in the middle. He probably tried to do sinker in. Like I said, you want to find a pattern. Last time he started off with a sinker, and then he went 2 changeups. So maybe he goes changeup here, or he goes fastball down the middle, and that's just pure reaction. There's nothing that I did there. A lot of times you're gonna have to rely on pre-reaction, but when you're going against those pitchers who are really good, having a plan might be your best bet. So, and a lot of times I do rely on pure reaction, but when I'm going against, like I said, when I'm going against somebody really good, it's pretty difficult to just go up there and swing. Someone like Pedro Martinez, it's very difficult to rely on reaction, because his pitches are insane. It was sinker low, sinker in, and slider. Looks like a slider away. I'm gonna sit up and in. A lot of pitchers like to go up and in, especially on 3-1 counts. And there's the sinker low. We were a little early, but like I said, he doesn't want to walk. He obviously didn't want to walk anyone, so he wasn't gonna throw off speed or anything away. And we just took it for a home run. Earlier in the counts, he's pretty much always gone sinker, so let's see what he does. That was a changeup. That was a changeup right down the middle, and that's something you just rely on reaction time. For the most part, this guy's pretty much throwing right down the middle, so I don't have to do too much, but you guys see what I'm trying to get the picture here. All right, so Justin Turner, now I can show you guys what I like to do with righties. Like I said, I like fastball up and in to start. And this could be a pitch that they hit deep, but if you can hit your location on it, and I haven't been able to hit my fastball at all with Barrios. It's a little jam shot, but that could have very well have been an out. Like that's a hit that you won't have to expect all the time. In event particularly, players get tired way faster, so you want to get, this isn't an event guide, but you want to get a fresh pitcher up, because the PCIs do get bigger as the pitchers get tired. So we got another righty up. So on bunts in particular, I let the bar just go wonky, so the ball's out of the zone, but sometimes it's unfortunate and you hit them. Nothing you can really do there. I didn't want to give up the bunt and just let him get second and third. Throw it home, throw it home, throw it home. So we went inside fastball there, and he didn't get a good hit on it. Now we'll take out Barrios. He's tired. Bring in a righty. He really has nothing but switch hitters, so it doesn't matter what you bring in. But you always want to bring in a pitcher who is kind of the same hand as the batter. Even if it's reverse splits, it's just going to be a harder look for your opponent. So we'll bring in Shane Green, who happens to be my best pitcher, like quite literally the best pitcher out of my bullpen. We'll attack that slider, and he has a really, really, really good sinker. If he would have hit that, that would have been a double play. We'll try the sinker away, and if they don't get a good PCI, it's almost a guaranteed ground ball. We'll try to turn 2 on this. Hopefully we can. Oh, we got him. Like I said, that sinker away is a tough pitch for lefties. Sinker away and low, fastball up and in, slider in is what I like to do. A fastball up and away, sinker away, low. Once again, he went to the sinker first pitch, and I relied on reaction time there, but you knew it was going to be something fast, and we got a hit on it. So that was like he started off every at bat with a sinker in, and we got to quit. So that was pretty successful. At the end of the day, it's gonna come down to a lot of practice. I just showed you my method, what I like to do, what I think about what I'm doing when I'm pitching. If you think my methods are stupid, let me hear your methods and we can compare. But like I said, this was my Twitch account. I stream on this account like literally every day. But we also have a no money spent Diamond Dynasty team dropping on YouTube. That probably dropped yesterday, hopefully, when you're seeing this. So expect to see more videos on that soon. But like I said, follow me on Twitch. I use this team all the time. If you guys want any other videos explaining how to do something, whether it be Showdown, Diamond Dynasty tips in general. You guys have a great day. Let me know what you think. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that beautiful stuff, and I will see y'all next video. Peace.